What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here. I got a crazy story for you today. And we talked about this. It looks as though Israel is planning to attack Iran in the immediate future. And get this, the entire goal of it is to lure Trump and the Americans into the wars. Pretty wild stuff. And this is coming from an Israeli publication, guys, coming from Haaretz, where they basically wrote a massive op-ed where they have sources within the Israeli government saying Netanyahu is going to attack Iran and he's plotting to lure Trump into the war. So again, pretty wild stuff. And they also predict, this is the article, Netanyahu plans to attack Iran and is plotting to lure Trump into the war by attacking Iran with or without the U.S. Israel's prime minister seeks to turn the October 7th calamity into an epic strategic triumph. And again, what's interesting today, guys, is today's actually the deadline where Trump said, hey, if all the hostages aren't released, we're going to go in and we're going to basically bring hell. Guess what, guys? It's 12 p.m. on Saturday, and they have not all been released. Nothing has happened yet. And Trump is actually putting out statements saying, if I'm Israel, I'm going in. I'm going in, like, no doubt about it. So Trump is basically encouraging Israel to go forward with the war here, which again is pretty wild that the anti-war president is supposedly saying this. But okay. Why would Netanyahu not go into the Gaza Strip if he's literally getting the green light from the American president, unless he's not sure he can really do much in the Gaza Strip? We talked about this in the past. And also, maybe he has sights on Iran. Maybe he has bigger aspirations at play here, which is exactly what I think is happening, especially when you see these reports. They want to go after the head of the snake in their eyes. They want to go after Iran, and he surrounded Trump by a lot of these neoconservative Israeli hawks. So I don't think it's a question that we're actually going to see some sort of strike on Iran. And this also comes at the same time, guys, and this is not a coincidence where you're seeing all of these stories come out at the same time. They're setting the stage where, hey, we're going to attack Iran. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Israel sees an opening for U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear sites, U.S. intelligence finds. And this is at the end of the Biden administration and the beginning of the Trump administration. Still, why the most happy person in Washington, guys, was Netanyahu when Trump was elected, because now he sees as though Trump is going to go after Iran in his term. And I don't think that's going to, I don't think there's a question that's going to happen. I mean, guys, you have the Iranian president, by the way, who said he's open for negotiation. And even Trump himself has said he's kind of open for negotiation. And then they met with Netanyahu, and then everything changed. And now they're applying maximum pressure on Iran. So it seems as though the Israelis are basically going to get everything they want here in terms of a negotiation or a settlement. So again, that the entire thing is wild. I don't see how a war with Iran is going to do well for Trump's popularity numbers. And you would think he would actually see this, but I don't know. I don't know. The entire thing is absolutely insane. Whether or not the ceasefire in the Gaza Strip holds up or not, that's also going to be a major, major key here. Because I don't know. There's a lot of different uh, factors at play. We saw 3 hostages released today in the Gaza Strip. Now, the question is going to be, by the end of the weekend, do we see some sort of Israeli offensive action in the Gaza Strip? I think it's possible. I really do. I really do. But a lot of people have said the reason why they don't go back into the Gaza Strip is because they don't know if they can achieve the goals they set out to achieve, which clearly they have not. There's reports, even not just reports. You have the Secretary of State of the U.S., Anthony Blinken, former Secretary of State, saying Hamas actually has more members now than they did at the beginning of the conflict. Clearly, they failed, which is why I think they might just go after Hamas Iran. And again, you have Trump talking about wanting to take over the Gaza Strip at this point. So I think Netanyahu's plan maybe it's to draw the U.S. into the conflict. I think it's very clear, and he's trying to figure out a way that's easiest to do that. But again, I think it's pretty clear to anyone paying attention at this point. The entire goal of the Israelis, and specifically Netanyahu, is to draw the Americans into the war and achieve their goals against Iran as well as Hamas. And again, Trump has openly talked about displacing the Palestinian population, which has been an Israeli right-wing fantasy for years on end now. So, and there's no way they're going to be able to displace 2 million Palestinians, guys, without American support. I don't think they're going to be able to do it regardless, but there's no way in hell the Israelis are going to be able to do that themselves. It's just not going to happen. So the entire thing is completely wild, guys. I'm very curious what you think. Will Israel attack Iran? Will the Americans assist? I don't know. Will the ceasefire hold up? There's a lot of questions right now going on. I mean, it really is a wild time in international politics, guys. So that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's super good for the algorithm, and it costs you nothing. If you want to support the channel in any other way, my Patreon link is also in the description. and Amazon links of products I use. So crazy things going on right now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Well, drop a comment too. I'm very curious what you guys think about this. So that's what I got, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.